All right, one more check, one more check. One more check. Oh, never mind. Okay, Instagram. I hope you're seeing me the correct way. If you're not, oh well, go to YouTube and go to Zen Appeal. I am done messing with this stuff. Okay, let's get started. Okay, morning everyone. Welcome to Sunday. We have made it to another day. This is Zen Appeal Yoga. We're doing a nice beginning practice. My name is Tanya Peale. My pants were covered in lint. Whoa, it's kind of funny. It's never a perfect thing, at least not over here in my world. Okay, so today I have just YouTube and Instagram, and I don't know if the angle of Instagram is sideways or straight up. If you happen to be sideways, I apologize for that. Come to YouTube. We seem to be straight on. And it would be Zen Appeal Yoga on YouTube. I'll figure this thing out one of these days. Can't seem to get Facebook connected. Sorry about that. Anyway, okay, so we will start moving into practice. So some things to think about if you're checking in regularly on a Sunday with us is I don't want to call it a routine, but let's say the best way to start your practice, right, is first thing in the morning, right? That's why a Sunday practice around 9 o'clock is kind of a good time, at least for me. I know in some parts of the world, they're practicing at 5:30 in the morning, which means you have to wake up at like 3:30 to let the body do what the body's going to do, and so that the body is in a better place to receive the practice of yoga. So there's no food before practicing yoga, right? No food whatsoever. There's twisting, there's deep folds, and if you have all this food trying to digest in your body, or moving, just directly into the stomach, you just ate, or maybe even like an hour or two ago you ate and there's food in the intestines, you're going to find some places where you might get into like, we'll call it gastric distress, right? So it's better to be completely empty, let the body remove all that's there that it wants to remove. I actually drink a little coffee just because it's my morning routine. But they say you have to think about this individually. If coffee is contradictory to your yoga practice, you'll know, right? If you feel like it's too much heartbeat for you, right? That you feel like your heart is pushing out of your chest, then you might want to consider how strong your coffee is, but also probably not good for a nice, calm, relaxed yoga practice for you, right? Maybe just reduce your serving or consider a half cup if it's something like you like a little bit. You know what I'm saying. Do something along those lines. There's other practices that you can do, like cleaning out your nose, which prepares you the breath, being able to get better breath into the body for your yoga practice. We all know that yoga does have a breath, and we move with our breath, so that's very important too. So maybe a little blowing of the nose, if you just want to do it that way, get all the junk out the nose so that you can be free and clear. Other than that, maybe depends on how your body is. A nice shower before is not a bad idea either. The heat kind of gives you like this pseudo warmth, or pseudo kind of like a pre-wake up for the body and the muscles, kind of gets you a little bit already activated because you're warm. So it's better than like if I was cold and I came to a movement practice and then I'm trying to do some things, it would feel a little weird too. So those are just some things to think about. There's more, but that's probably enough for today. So let's start moving into our actual practice. So a comfortable sit on your mat. I still enjoy a nice Sukhasana, which is just one leg in front of the other, hips connected to the earth. Now let me check in with time. So soften the eye gaze or simply close the eyes, right? And start to observe how you feel. We start to check in. We check in with our physical body. We check in with our minds. What is going on with us today? We just feel all the sensations that are going on within us. You might notice places of resistance. What that is maybe a strong sensation that's on the discomfort side, right? And we just look at it. We're not trying to bring it in and wear it as a blanket. We just see it for what it is. Same thing in the mind. Also good while we practice in the morning is the mind doesn't have time to latch on to things. So we're still kind of waking up in that haze. So still a little bit of blank in the mind. But some of you might arise earlier in the day. So you might have some things that start to move into your mind. So just empty it out. And again, you can do the same. You can see it for what it is. Just address it, notice it, and then just let the thoughts move out of the mind. Just move into a physical feeling, meaning how the breath physically feels, the gross body, and the breath. So the breath comes with sensations. Breath, we have 2 waves of each breath, inhale and exhale. Inhale, we feel a lift and expand of the ribs, right? There's a rise. On the exhale, we feel coming down or a softening, coming back to center, coming back to the beginning, also a sensation of relaxation. So close the eyes, or again, you can soften the eyes and see if you can notice the different sensations between each wave of breath. Also, while you're noticing your waves of breath, where are you breathing? Are you chest breathing or are you belly breathing? I'm sure you've heard the term belly breath. That is where we breathe. Breathing in the belly is diaphragmatic breathing. So find your hands, if you like, put it on the belly. And I teach kids, so what I want you to do is make a balloon in your hands, just like I would tell the kids to do. So we push the hands out. And we pop the balloon back in. See if you can notice a couple of breaths like this and see if it's a different sensation for you. One more. Release the arms on the knees. We'll take mudra, forefinger, thumb together. Take one moment again to check back in. Expanding the fingers. Take an inhale to gather up the energy. Palms come together at the top in prayer. So you're here for yourself, nice and long and tall with the expanded rib cage. Exhale, hands find crown of the head, symbolic of your spiritual truth, however that shows up for you today. Crown chakra, in between the eyes, third eye. Guiding force, intuition, all the way down to heart center, heart chakra, heart lotus, your Bahama. A few moments here to set the vibrational tone of practice, chanting Om 3 times. Inhale. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. All right, let's be comfortable. Let's find Shavasana all the way fine. Take a sip. Shavasana is such a comfortable pose. Resting here on the earth. Lucky me, I'm practicing on carpet, so it's good and bad. If there's a lot of practice, balancing poses, you may notice that practicing on any amount of carpet is a little bit more challenging to the foot to balance. But resting here in Shavasana feels pretty good. I have a couple layers here of mat and carpet. It's nice. All right, long body stretch, your arms up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms to the back. Let the mat spread out the toes, so extend the length down the body into the toes. We'll hug the knees into the belly. Give yourself a squeeze. So you give yourself a squeeze here, you notice the hip flexors and the lower spine. Couple of twists each side. We'll let the legs fall to the right. Release the arms, right and left from the shoulders. You can use the right hand to squeeze the legs closer together. And then turn the eye gaze left. Other side, up and over, legs move to the left. Eyes right, and again, you can use the left hand to squeeze the legs together. We're going to take another twist each side, going for a deeper version. So let's start with our legs up in the sky. So see if you can cross the legs over with the left knee on top of the right one. Right? And then see if our left knee can come over to the right and touch the earth. And from here, we'll take the arms, stack the shoulders, left shoulder on top of right, reaching the arms forward, palm to palm. So we're preparing for the opening of the twist of the spine. So left arm, inhale, open behind. Set the eye gaze left too. Try to leave the left knee connected to the earth. And work your left shoulder coming down to the earth. So it's a stronger twist. You might need to back off a little bit, and that's fine. That just means the knee won't touch the earth. So when you're ready, we'll unravel, come back to center, and see if you notice just a difference between right side and left side there on the spine. You should feel something different. So now let's try the other side. So right leg, knee on top of left. We're going to take the same twist. So here I'm going to be away from you, but it's the same arms as we did before. So we let our right knee come down to the earth and let it touch. Then stack the shoulders, right shoulder on top of left. Take the arms and reach together, so palms together. So here we're preparing for the twist. Open, open, open. Work the right shoulder to the earth, leaving the left knee touching. And as you can see, my right shoulder is not touching the earth yet. Needs a little bit of space first, but just stay here and breathe. We want to move relaxed in our practice, because your body will give you so much more if you do. Two more breaths. Start to unravel, come back to center, give yourself a nice little squeeze, wrap the arms around the knee. So we open up our ball shape here. This is a tight ball. We're going to flatten out our ball. So open up the knees. So the knees are going to move in the direction of the armpits, right to right, left to left. My feet are still moving close together. And then I'm going to see if I can squeeze my thighs into the sides of my body. That's the outer sides of my body. Think of outer edges of your ribs. See if that's something you can do there. And then here we'll let the feet rise up above the knees and catch on to our baby, to our full happy baby. So we'll take a couple of breaths here, just to let whatever space is going to happen in our baby, and then we'll start to add on little things to our baby, extra stretches. All right, so right leg, we'll try to straighten to the right. So we're going to fall off to the side, let the foot come down to the earth. In whatever straight form we can, press it down with the right arm, and then we have our left leg here. If it's fairly movable for you, you can see if the left elbow can push it away, so you're inspiring more space in the inner thigh, or maybe you need to catch onto the foot and kind of pull the foot, the knee away so you feel the space there, or just simply focus on the right there. That's all. One more breath. All right, other shape. Let the left leg fall over to the left, same thing. Use the left arm on top of the leg, and then we check in with right side. Maybe you're using the elbow to push the knee away of the left, or maybe holding onto the heel or the foot and pulling it that way. Either way is good. Or just the left leg. All right. Inhale, we come to center. And we're going to let the legs be free and straight. So whatever kind of straight we have going on here. So notice first kind of how your legs are. Are you tucked under? Right? Do you feel the lower back off the earth, or the hips coming up off the earth? See if you can let that relax down, the lower back relax down, and let the legs just move directly from the pelvis, right and left. And then you can let the hands just rest on the inner thigh. That actually gives you some, I can feel quite a bit there, of extra stretch happening in my legs. I can feel a little shaky. That's probably left over from, I had a lot of strong practices I taught this week, and my body feels it. Oh, I don't know if that's telling me to move more in that direction or what, but it's good to challenge yourself every now and again. I definitely think that's something we should all do. All right, so from here we're going to take a double pigeon. So think of your shins as folding on top of each other. So we'll take the left shin down first and put the right one on top. And then here you might notice back bend starts to happen. That's just coming from the hips and the hip flexors, right in front of the hips and the hip flexors. So try to relax back and let the lower back move towards the earth. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. All right, unravel to the other side. So just change legs on top. And if you notice your top leg, the knee is super high in the sky, probably for you, the top foot just needs to fall to the floor. Yeah. So we relax back, Try to get out of the back bend of things and let the lower back come down to the earth. Relax all that you feel. This is a very strong turn of the hips, this external rotation. It's challenging. Just do what you can. Hold 3, 2, and 1. We'll unravel back to knees into the belly. Give yourself a squeeze and see if you notice anything. So that's one direction of stretch for the hips. We're going to take another. We do this one a lot. We take our, basically it's like the shape of a lizard, like a standing lizard, but we flip it on its back. So the left leg will go down long, if you can. Pressing the left knee down to the earth the whole time. The right one will open up to half the baby. Pulling down. So I give the foot a pull down with both hands. And I'm still pressing the left knee down to the earth. That's a lot of stretch here. And I've been taking these shapes, this particular shape, this lizard for many practices now. And I've noticed that it has been serving me very well in terms of hip space. So every practice I teach, I think all of them, I start with this. Right? Because it hasn't moved me in any direction of a negative place for the body. It's been only good. So I give it to everyone when I practice. Okay, so the next stretch from here is challenging. We're going to lengthen our lizard leg in the front, which is our right leg. So we extend the leg right. And we try to make no change in our left leg. We're still pressing the left knee down to the earth while we extend the right leg to the right. Wiggle room in the hips. Let the toes come down to the earth. Keep lengthening both legs. Feel the stretch in the pelvis. Hold for 2 more breaths. Just lengthening. Make sure you breathe. Just enough, not too much in terms of the energy in the legs. One more breath. All right, release figure 4. Bring the left knee in, cross the right leg on top. Thread through, catching left leg. So we're back to external rotation on the right. The left leg is just help facilitating that stretch by keeping the right leg still. So left leg, we can extend up in the sky to bring in hamstring on the left side. All right. And release. Knees back into the belly squeeze. Noticing as we practice how we feel right side, left side. So we'll take the other side. So left leg goes long and down, pressing. That's my right leg. Right leg goes long and down, pressing the right knee down to the earth. And we open the left side into half baby, which turns this into lizard on its back. So same thing, we're pulling down on the foot into the knee towards the earth on the left, and we're actively pressing the left knee, the right knee down to the earth. Oh, my right and left, I'm already confused. Both knees coming down to the earth, how about that? Wiggle room in the hips. All right, left leg. We extend left. All right, so both legs have energy in them. Lengthening out of the hamstrings, and the left leg out of the hip flexors, and the right leg. We're keeping the mind calm, the body relaxed. We have the breath that we are noticing the whole time that we practice so that we can remain calm and relaxed in mind and body. 2 more breaths here. All right, figure 4 stretch. Right leg comes in, left leg cross. Thread through to catch the right leg. So again, we're back to external rotation. It's left leg and external rotation. Right leg is just helping the stretch, keeping the leg still on the left. And then right leg extend up in the sky. And don't worry if the leg is not super straight or you can't catch up high on the foot. Yoga is a practice. It's not an immediate gratification, although you do feel lots of immediate results from taking one yoga practice. But in terms of those deep spaces, it all takes time. Just keep showing up. You'll get there. Two more breaths. All right. Unravel here. And we'll come back to squeeze. So I feel fairly good already in my hips and my hip flexors and my glutes. So we'll take a nice rock up to sitting. Take the legs nice and long. I even like to go through a toe point first just to feel my legs super straight. Then check in with my spine, mostly straight up and down. And here, extend the arms up by the ears to feel everything nice and long and straight. Take breath. On the exhale, start to shift forward. And see where your flat back starts to leave you. I'm taking a look in my camera somewhere there. And flex the toes back, catch the feet. Square off the feet. Lift up out of the spine. Find more flat back. Belly's in. Fold. Inhale, we pick up the chest. Exhale, I'm going to turn towards you. So you can also follow me. We can face each other, right? Face to face. We're going to open up for some stretching here. So we'll start with a nice wide space. We'll take left leg left and right foot bent in. So this is half of the Shavasana, wide angle fold. Your left leg, give it some attention, knee up and toes up. So this is external rotation, right? Don't just leave the leg hanging out there. Give it a focus. Give it something to do. Hands in front of the hips. We take breath and fold forward. And it's wherever you can go. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, we pick up. Exhale, left leg in, turn, rotate. So here what I want you to notice is the angle of your thighs. Do they point from the hips in the same direction? Okay. My left foot I have tucked under is a pointed foot. Okay. So from here, don't do it anymore, so let it fall back. Press the hands firmly into the earth and let the hips rise. Feel this stretch with this space. Hold here, strong. So we check back in with the legs. We're going to close this space here. So I've made a connected triangle now. I have, still my thighs are pointing in the same direction. My shin on the right has closed the door. My foot's just touching on the inner thing. Here we twist. We're going to twist right. With our left hand catching outside of our right thigh. The right hand will just catch the earth. Grow tall. Push. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come to center. So the same back bend we're going to take, but from this space, it's going to feel different on the hips. It's because I take this one more. Hold here. 3, 2, and 1. Hips come down. All right, left leg will extend straight forward. Right foot we'll put into the inner thigh. We'll also flex the toes here with our right foot. And you can do the same with the left. So let both feet be the same in dorsiflexion. We're reaching for the left foot. You can stay right here with flat back, right? There's also a bind. So if this is a fairly easy pose for you, you can bind the right wrist, right? Take a little mudra, place the palm out. Flat back, breathe, and fold. So the bind is on the ball of the foot, pulling back, calf stretch. Everything is active. Take breath and fold. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, pick up chest. Exhale, release. Okay. So now we open back up. Right? And we're going to move to this foot and this knee facing now sideways. So the hands split the short leg, pick up, drop down. So now I adjust for a one-legged box with my left leg up in the sky. So I have my right thigh underneath my right hip. Plant the hands, pick up the left leg. Here, bend knees, stack hips. So see if you can twist your body about your waistline without affecting your shoulders. Yeah, feels really good. So from here, we'll take a high knee. So keep it high, 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 high. It's just going through range of motion of the hip. And see if you can come all the way up to the arm, nice and high. Then extend the leg. Remember lizard? Here's lizard on the knee. Walk the hands forward, push. Nice stretch here to the back leg. So we'll take an extension of the front leg. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Back leg by itself. See what happens there. Feel the stretch. Then from here, coming down to elbows. Maybe head. Move the elbows even further away. Get the head down. Leave the hips square. Don't drop off to the right hip. And then we're reaching to catch the foot. So I'm going to give you a second option for catching foot. That's a bit more challenging, but for maybe those who want to try something new. How about that? But let's let this stretch happen here for a moment. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let go. All right. So we're going to go underneath this leg with our shoulder. Right? So here I am, underneath this leg with my shoulder. So I feel a big stretch on the glute hams, right? So from here, can you bend the leg up? This one here. And you can scoot your left foot more forward since the shoulder is pushing on the leg. And hold this stretch. And we'll stay for 3. It's an interesting angle. 2. And 1, inhale, unravel. On the exhale, straighten the front leg off to the side. So my hands are on the inside of the front leg. My angle is still a little bit in a lizard shape. So from here, do you have a lizard split? Let's just see what slide feels like. Just off to the side. And just check in. What does it feel like? Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Pull back. And take your left leg and extend it to the back again. And we'll take the right arm and reach it forward. Take breath. Back to catch foot. Kick in. So the leg kicks, pulls the arm. Voila, here's half bow. You get a little balance for the core. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, find your line. Exhale, hand down, leg side. So let's take twist. So move the right hand underneath the heart in line with your spine. Place the left one on top. We will open. So this opening, you'll be able to twist far, far away. So all the way far. Reach way behind you. And then keep going, half bind into the inner thigh of the right leg. Hold here, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, unravel. Exhale, hands down. Okay. So let's try the same twist, but down on the shoulder. So the difference will be we won't be taking the bind. And, well, it will have different sensations, of course. So let's take the shoulder down. And remember before, when we were on the earth, we had our arms, we had our arms together for the first twist. Let's come here. All right, so we're going to see what this feels like to open to the back. Ooh. Hold here. 3, 2, and 1. That's a good twist too. And come back. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, box pose. Okay. From box, we tuck the toes, we take cow pose. Inhale, cow. On the exhale, the chest and chin drop down to the earth. Use the legs. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, tuck chin. Move through cat spine and let the hips come all the way back to your feet. And we'll take a couple more just like that in a moment. So inhale, come up, tuck your toes, find your cow spine as a back bend. Exhale, chest and chin. Touch the earth. Inhale, come up. Exhale, touch chin. Push into the earth. Shoulder blades move away from each other. Hips go back. One more. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, cow. Exhale, chest and chin. Use the legs. Inhale, rise up. Fantastic front body stretching there. Tuck the chin, press into the earth. And let the hips go back. Take a moment here. All right. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, back to sitting. So we're back to facing each other. And we're going to open up for the other side. So right leg opens wide. And the left leg comes in. So we have half Upavishta, Hanasana, wide angle pose. And remember, the long leg, we're working external rotation, right? Knee up, toes up, right? Pay attention to what your legs are doing. Hands in front, take breath and fold. So remember, we breathe. We're trying to be as relaxed as possible so that our body will open for us. And 1. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, right leg, internally rotate. All right, so first is a nice wide open space. Right foot is a pointed foot tucked under. Okay. So my thighs are pointing in the same direction from the pelvis, right? That matters. My pelvis is forward facing, and my leg bones are pointing off to the side. We take the back bend. Hands back. Pick up chest. Shoulder blades squeeze. Hips forward. Hold 3, 2, 1. Sit. Ooh, that's much different than the other one. Learning point. All right, so we close our triangle here. We still want the thighs to point in the same direction. Okay. So we take twist, and then we'll take back bend. So the twist is left. So right hand outside the thigh, left hand to the earth, grow tall, bellies in, push. Hold here, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, we come to center. Exhale, hands behind again. We're taking the back bend again. So hands back. Shoulder blades squeeze. And remember, don't hold the head up. This is not comfortable. Let the head fall back. And then hips up. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. It's good. Stretch. Hips coming down. So right leg, we let go. Extend forward. Left one into the inner thigh. We flex both feet. Both feet are flexed. Dorsiflexion. There's also a plantar flexion. That's the pointed foot. This is dorsiflexion. Hips facing the front of the mat. Nice and square. So we're reaching for the foot with a flat back. Janushirshasana. So you can stay here. If you have more room, you can try the bind, catching the left wrist. This is left side. And of course, my watch is in the way. It's fine. Forefinger and thumb together. So you're on the ball of the foot, pulling back, take breath. Bellies in. Hold here, long leg, long spine for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, we pick up. Exhale, release. So we open up again. Yeah. We're going to take our pivot to the knee with the toes tucked under. So we take our hands to the front leg, pivot to the knee, and then just adjust into your box. Hands underneath the shoulders, left thigh underneath the left hip. We pick up the right leg, inhale up, bend knees, stack hips. So we see what the twist feels like. Can we just stack the hips without changing the shoulders or the arms? So we work our knee high, 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 to the shoulder, and then foot outside. We walk the hands, lizard. Big stretch of the back leg. So we have a stretch of the front leg. Inhale, straighten front leg. Exhale, bend front leg. Bend your tail in the back. Go down to elbows in the front. Big stretch, stretch, stretch. Nice breath. Try to keep the hips square so not falling off to the side. Keeping them square is challenging. Your hip flexor will disagree with you at all times there on the left leg. So we catch the foot, right arm up and back to catch foot, pull in. Hold here, big stretch. Remember, we have a second version of this catch if you want to give it a try. We'll hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let go. Exhale to the hands. Okay, so we're trying to get our right shoulder underneath right leg. Okay. So from there, we shift the weight forward. We bend the tail. We reach back and catch. You might need to move your front foot a little bit more forward. And that just brings in some different sensations. Similar, but different. You may like it, you may not like it. And it's fine if you don't. We'll just hold for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, release. Up to the hands, extend the front leg. So here we're going for a slide off to the side, taking a diagonal. I always call this one a lizard split. Just a lizard that stretched out its legs. So not too far off to the side. If your right leg or front leg is going too far off to the side, it'll start to internally rotate because you're moving into a different angle of your hip joint, and it probably won't like it. So anyway, something to think about. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll start to pull back to our box and let the right leg extend to the back, three-legged box. So pull back and extend. We'll just adjust the hands. We take our left arm reaching forward. Find your balance. Breathe. Back to catch. Kick in. Half bow. You get balance. And left stretch. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, hand down, leg side. Foot flat, toes forward. All right, so we take a nice twist, both going the same direction but different. The second one, of course, is more challenging than the first. So let's get our hands on top of each other underneath your heart in line with your spine. So left one first, right one on top. Press the left one into the earth. And we reach far away. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Way behind you, right? The hips are open here, so it's a bit easier to twist. Keep going behind the back. Catch the inner thigh. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, release. Exhale. Okay. So now we drop down to the shoulder. So we get our left shoulder down, reaching both arms forward towards the same direction as your extended leg. So we leave, make sure your spine is long. Okay. We leave our left arm here and we open up the right. Inhale, open. Oh, that's so interesting. Hold this twist for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, we come back up. Exhale, we pull the leg in. Find your box. So we take our 8 limb vinyasas, just the 8 points touching the earth. So we tuck the toes under. We take cow pose. Inhale. Chest and chin. Exhale. There's 8 points touching the earth. Use the legs. Come up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest, push into the earth. Shoulder blades move away from each other. Hips sit back. Pause. We go again. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, cow. Exhale, chest and chin. Use the legs. Inhale, up. Exhale, tuck chin. Push. Shoulder blades move away. And let the hips go all the way back. Pause. One more. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, cow. Chest and chin. Exhale. Use the legs. Inhale, up. Tuck. Push. And back. All right. So inhale, we come up. We're going to move high up into our downward facing dog. Okay. So first, downward facing dog. Check in with your fingers, nice and spread out. Equal space in between all the fingers. Extend out the arms. Hips rotating up. Okay. So we're going to move right into a warrior 1. So this warrior 1 is going to get the same entry as you would in Ashtanga. So we're going to pay attention to our back foot first. We set the back foot and then step forward to the front foot. So left heel. Left heel turn into the center line of your mat. The left leg is going to bend, right? Then from there, eyes up, right leg, inhale, step forward. Plant the foot, sink into the hips. Stay here, front leg, let's stretch it out. Inhale, extend the front leg. Exhale, bend front leg. Release the arms. Find strong legs. Extend up, inhale. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, come back, warrior. Exhale, open up to the left. Left so much that you're moving into warrior two. So adjust the back foot, toes more towards the side wall, hips open, arms extended out. Reach forward, reverse your palm, reverse your warrior, lean back, inhale. Elbow to knee in the front, exhale. And then your left side, let's take it long by the ear. Hold this stretch for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up to warrior. Extend the front leg, turn the toes to the side. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, sinking into right leg side lunge. So toes go back out, both sides, sink into side lunge. So here, we're letting the hips drop down. Left leg, external rotation, the knee and the toes are up. We walk towards the front leg, full lunge. So inhale, front leg is now left leg. And we sink into left knee, and right leg is nice and long. So take your time. We just did a bit of a circle, right? Just did a bit of a circle. So now we're facing the back of the mat. Front leg, we'll let it stretch. Inhale, extend the front leg. Maybe flex the toes up in front. And bend front leg. Press the right hand firmly into the earth and extend the left arm up in the sky. Inhale up. Exhale, right knee comes down to the earth. Left one, we will extend out, pivot. So let the right toes point behind you. Nice long leg, shift some hips forward on top of the right knee. Extend your line here. This is baby side plank. Exhale, back to catch. Remember half bow. This is another one. Kick in. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring the leg back. Pivot. Hands down. So we're back to lunge, but now on the knee, facing the same direction we were heading a minute, not even a minute, second, maybe a minute. Interlace the fingers and come up, inhale up. Exhale, twist outside of front leg. Palm to palm. So I use my hand to adjust my knee more into my right armpit. Left knee, right armpit. Palm to palm, twist. So if you happen to be able to take a reverse bind here, and you'll know if you can, because your knee is right in the armpit, and you have more room for your right arm to go underneath. Even maybe with a little bit of help, you can take reverse bind here. It's a deep bind. Be mindful. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, unravel. Come back to lunge on you. Interlace the fingers and back. Exhale, hands with the front foot. Release the box. All right. Our 8 points touching the earth. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, cow. Chest and chin. Exhale. Use the legs. Inhale, up. Big stretch to the front. Body tuck chin. Tuck toes. Push into the earth. Up and back. All right, so again, we check in with the hands, the arms, the shoulders, the belly in, Heels pressed down, the long legs, the hips rotating up. All right, so now we set our right back leg for the front, left leg forward, warrior one. So right heel in, right leg bends, left leg, eyes up, inhale, step forward. Let the hips push forward. So we let our front leg extend. Inhale, extend. Get a stretch here. Flex the foot up if you did before. And bend. So strong legs. Start to lift up. Reach. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Little twist to your left. Inhale up. Come again. Exhale, open to the right. So we open into warrior two. Adjust the back foot. Adjust the hips, open back foot, points to the side. Front leg, no change. Arms out. Parallel to the earth. Reach forward, reverse palm. Reverse warrior, inhale back. Exhale, side angle, elbow to knee. Extend the right arm forward by the ear. Hold here, straight line. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, we come up. Extend the front leg, turn to where all the toes are pointing the same direction. So away from me. Inhale, the arms come up. On the exhale, the toes go back out and we sink into side lunge. Left leg. Hands to the earth. Right leg is in external rotation. That's knee up and toes up. So I'm giving you a different perspective today. The backside. It's all good. For some poses it works out, for others it doesn't. This is one where it doesn't work out. All right, so we're walking towards our right leg. The legs are going to move into full lunge. Walk the hands and pivot. And we sink down. So we keep our tail long in the back. Hands on the earth. Front leg. Inhale, extend, flex the toes up. Exhale, bend. All right, so from here we reach. Inhale up. Right arm up in the sky. On the exhale, we let the left knee come down to the earth. Release the foot. Now we've got a lot to pivot here. We're pivoting on the knee. Extend the leg. Hips, try to get on top of your knee. Find your baby side plank, which is here. Take breath. Back to catch. Kick in that same bow, but sideways and same side. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Love that stretch. Inhale, reach back to side plank. We come back forward, same pose, pivot back. Hand outside of right foot. All right, interlace the fingers and up. So we move into our twisting. Outside of knee. So I help myself twist. Ooh, you may notice completely different one side to the other. That's how it is for me. So stay in your twist. Take the reverse bind. If you did last time, give it a try. Try to relax. You see the struggle in my body. It's there. Hold 3, 2, and 1. Unravel back. Interlace the fingers and up. Exhale, hands split the front foot. Out the box. So back to our 8 points. Touch the earth. Tuck the toes. Inhale, cow. Exhale, chest and chin. Use the legs. Inhale, up. Exhale, tuck. Make your way to downward facing dog. And see what it feels like. Hands are on the earth, fingers are also pointing you. We're going to take a nice inhale, extend out. Toes are pointing forward. Everything is pointing forward. Take breath. Take a nice bend into the knees, keep your back flat. So no tails tucking under, that's this. This is wrong shape. Try to move into flat back. Think American football in the huddle, if you've seen that. It's the only thing I can think of when I come here. Is that. Extend the legs, inhale. Bend, exhale. Keeping the flat back. Moving down, all in a flat back. Then we'll see if the elbows, we can pull back in line with our feet and then extend the legs. And if you notice, your forehead is straight up and down, but only if it's underneath your hips. So going super wide just to get your head to touch the earth, your spine's not straight up and down, right? So it's about the spine, not the width of the legs to get your head to touch. It's not about the touching either. It's about the straight up and down spine. You know what a straight line looks like. So here we stay. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, flat back, head to knee pose, right leg. Just fold on top. Don't adjust the legs, just bring the torso there. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, center. Left side, exhale. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the earth. Inhale, we open up the toes. We're coming back to side lunge. Right leg bend. Okay. So I'm facing you this time because I want you to see the folding and the add-on when we get there. So we're trying to have the right foot flat to the earth, the knee and the toes all pointing in the same direction, right? Diagonal. My left one is an external rotation. So we're trying to get down to forehead, nose, chin, if you can, touching the earth with a flat back. Let's see what I have. I don't really have the chin right now. I feel a little sore. At least not firmly. So we're going to try to add a shoulder opener behind the back. Hold. And release. Up and over other side. All right, so the fold of things. We're coming down here. We check in with points that we need to think about. Left side knee, foot, point, side, same direction. That matters. Right side knee up, external rotation. Also matters, at least for how we're doing it. So here, chin, nose, forehead, what touches the earth comfortably? Here, I feel my chin can get to the earth. Let's give it a go. Add the shoulder opener. And release. So let's bring this down to the mat. And so let the legs kind of shake out a little bit. Rock a little bit side to side. Okay. So take a pause. Be still, basically, is what this is. And see what you feel right now in this moment. So for me, a couple of things come to mind. And let's see how that feels for you. So let's take Gomukhasana, which is a knee pile. So we did a similar knee pile, but in twists long ago, our first 2 twists when we were lying on our back. So see what that feels like for you today. So this one, we're going to take twist. Same as we did before. Different legs. This arm outside of the thigh. So it's just going to be a little different. Inhale, pick up, exhale, twist. So push and twist. You probably feel more twist here than you did on the other one. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to center. Get a nice release of the hip too. So let's try this pose. We'll let the left arm go down and up. Palm facing behind me. So my palm is out. We'll take the right arm up and back to catch. Big shoulder opener. Try to lift the chest up, head up, hold here. You can use a towel to bring the bind together, the hands, or a shirt, anything that you have close. And we'll stay for 3, 2, 1, release. Other side. Okay. So left leg on top. This one feels much more cozy. More comfortable. All right, so we have the twist. Outside, grow tall, push. Again, you probably feel more twist here. It's a nice release of the hip too. For 3, 2, belly's in. 1, come back to center. Right arm behind the back, palm facing out, palm out behind you. Left arm is up, palm to palm, catch fingers. You can use towel, you can use a shirt, anything that you have to make the mind happen, or just be still. Hold. 3, 2, and 1, let go. Looks like I've lost Instagram. I cannot win today with networks. It's fine. Okay, so let's come into our comfortable sit again. I believe that is time. Just take a moment. Check back in with body and mind. We ask ourselves 3 questions at the end of practice. What's new? What's gone? What still remains in the body and the mind? We want to notice how each practice serves us. We also want to make sure that our path is the same. Sometimes things will reveal themselves in the body. We notice, I need to actually open these parts of my body or take these patterns a little bit more, and then I feel that I can X, Y, Z, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we're always learning something about ourselves as we practice. Even off the mat, every moment is a learning experience. You choose to make it so. If you're constantly living in the world of distractions that we do live in, then you will notice that you will be very disconnected from your body and your life because you are always moving with the external, the distractions. So remind yourself to come back in, check into your life, your body, your mind, your practice. That is one of the big benefits of practicing yoga, is that coming back, checking back in, finding your body, you, and reminding yourself how wonderful your body is, how wonderful life is, how wonderful breath is, how wonderful the practice of yoga is, what it gives to you, the nice calm mind and relaxed body. So from here, you can lie down in Shavasana. You can turn me off. Just go on with your day if you haven't already. Otherwise, I will leave you to it. Always a pleasure to lead you through your practice. I hope this practice served you in some way. Until next time. All right. Namaste.